What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We got week number 13 here for you for our Mountain West Teambuilder Dynasty. Got the Honolulu College Islanders against the Maui Honu for the first game of this upload here. I do apologize that this is a little bit late here. It's currently 8 o'clock that I'm doing the voice recording. I think it'll probably be around 11 when this is uploaded, so I do apologize. This is a kind of a later upload, but nonetheless, it is here on Saturdays as usual. So guys, before I start talking about the gameplay here, as you see Tyler Stratton getting sacked, forcing 4th and 17, a field goal attempt coming on here for the Islanders. Make sure you guys are going down below and voting in the survey if you have not done so already. You can change your answers if you have voted, but if you haven't voted, make sure you guys are doing that survey because you're having a direct effect. You have a choice here what conference we do next for our Team Builder Dynasties. Not dynasties, but the next dynasty that we do, you have a direct say, a direct effect on that. So make sure you guys are doing that. It's in the description. I also posted a comment below with the link, so it's in 2 spots. Make sure you guys vote up on this. As we see a touchdown pass to Mario Brinkley for 20 yards. I mean, that's a huge, huge throw for Kanan. 6 of 6 on that drive. Maui takes a 7-3 lead. Romulus Suggs and the Islanders back in business here, up inside the 20-yard line. That's a big-time rush for Suggs. 2nd and 7, and he's got a huge lane up the middle. Gets 7 yards that were needed. Stratton, 8 of 10 so far on this game, so he's not having too bad of a game, but it is late in the first quarter, and he's usually got a touchdown to his credit here, but Suggs will go ahead and tally the first touchdown for the Islanders. It is now a 10-7 football game. And look at Kanan. Big time rush there for Maui. They're set up now at the 25-yard line, 3rd and 9. And Kanan dropping back, and he's got a great pass there to Mario Brinkley for another 20-yard gain. Brinkley had the touchdown for the Honu, and then that was also an out route, well, a corner post route to the right, and then that corner post route to the left gained them 20 yards each. And then Kanan with the scramble and gets the touchdown. But look at Stratton. He's got McLaurin down the sideline for a touchdown. So Honolulu College coming on back here, and they got some fight. I say that all the time, but you know, there's certain teams that just you can't necessarily put them away, and Honolulu College is definitely one of those schools. As we see that nice touch pass, a little wobbly from Stratton, but it does the job. Is McLaurin, who's had a pretty rough season thus far, is starting to turn the corner here just a little bit. He's starting to catch some touchdown passes where earlier in the year he was dropping a lot of open routes. I mean, he's wide open. He's just dropping passes. So Maui, 3rd and 15 after a sack, and then this pass complete for the first down to DeJazz Chambers, 17-yard catch. 1st and goal now. Wilkerson just absolutely got turned around. You guys will notice my brother's also not here for this video as well, but he can attest to how bad Wilkerson has been. Even when you're trying to user control as this guy, he doesn't have the closing speed to get back on target, so gives up that big yardage on the curl route, and then this touchdown for Maui sets them up 20-17. Stratton rolling back out to the right, and he's got, oh, he drops it. No, Craig picks it back up, tries to leap over the defender, but gets the extra yardage. 54 yards on that play, guys. Stratton's currently 11 of 13, 3rd and 14 now, feeling some pressure, and that pass is incomplete. I'm going to attribute that to the pressure strictly. He had a open wide receiver right there, but just could not deliver because, well, he's in the face of pressure. Your arm angle changes, the way that you're trying to throw that football does change, so you can't really fault Stratton for that. But another big catch down the sideline for Maui, and then this play to Kanan as Wilkerson yet again gets turned around, and he tries to get back on target to try to make a diving tackle at the feet of Kanan. Unable to do so, and it's going to be a touchdown. So we've already got 47 points here, and we're not even at the half. And then this pass is intercepted by Lamar off of Tyler Stratton. So trying to shoot for the deep ball there, trying to get into field goal position at the very least. and then that ball's picked off. So then we got another corner post route by the Jazz Chambers. They love that route. Either it's to Brinkley or it's to Chambers. They just love that route. 12 seconds here with this catch was Sharik Muhammad. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Time is winding down. They do have a timeout. I'm not sure why they wouldn't want to use it, but they do get the pass out of bounds. Kanaan did not find an open receiver. They kick a field goal here to end the half. It's 30-20, so Honolulu is in some trouble here at 18th overall rate. And now with Maui here in the third quarter, in the middle part, they're calling a punt block, and Kanaan gets dropped at 2nd and inches, now 3rd and 1. They're in trouble. They're in trouble here, because if they score 37-20, that's not a good situation. But a sack on Kanaan drops him for a 7-yard loss. It's now 33-20, so that stand was huge. A touchdown there probably would have put them away, but look at this. Suggs runs right near the ref, and he uses them almost as a pick. A 75-yard touchdown reception, guys. That play is huge for the Islanders here. 33-27 now, only down 6. Look at that. He just blew by all those linebackers and that safety. Suggs has the speed, he's got the ability as a receiver, and then look at this, Suggs yet again. He's got this catch, but he's not going to be able to take it all the way as he gets dropped at about the 1 or the 2 yard line. That's another huge pass from Stratton to Suggs. So Stratton's got 461 yards right now, guys, and Suggs has been a determining factor in this last 2 drives here, and he's going to get a score as a rushing touchdown. So Suggs has, I think he's got 3 touchdowns right now already. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. The guy is just insane. It's no wonder that he is leading in the Heisman race right now, and he's in 1st place. This pass by Kanaan almost gets intercepted by Eric McLeod, so that's a deflection. Chalk that up as one. 34-33. If Honolulu can run this clock out, they'll be in good position to win this football game. But great reception there by Jace McQueen. Did not get out of bounds, so very, very good decision there. Great body control as well to maintain his momentum to stay inbounds. 3rd and 5, and then this pass by McQueen yet again, except on the right sideline. This time he does get pushed out of bounds, so the clock does stop. 2:11 left to go, and Suggs on 2nd and 3 gets the 1st down. Honolulu College, it said Honolulu College coach called a timeout, but that was actually Maui who called their timeout there, and then Suggs rushes it back up the middle for a 4-yard score. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys. I mean, Maui, they're down 8, but that's going to do it. So they did not come through on their possession. Stratton and the Islanders just going to kneel it here. So, I mean, that's a great comeback win for the Islanders. Look at Suggs' offensive production, guys. 4 touchdowns, 240 yards, and the rest of the offense had 342. That's insane. So 79 yards rushing, 19 carries for 3 scores, and then over 100 and some odd yards receiving. So he had an absolutely huge game. And now we got the Snow Bowl. Got a little Snow Globe Bowl going on here at Summit Stadium for Rocky Mountain State versus the Multnomah State Orcas. Big game for both teams here. You guys can see the offensive ranks. Rocky Mountain, pretty much where Santa Fe State is as well. I always look at their numbers in 4th in the rank for passing, and then in the 120s for rushing. They don't run the ball a whole lot. It's mostly centered around Nick Padgett, the quarterback, Nate Taggart, the wide receiver, Machinsky, the tight end, Dowdy, another receiver, Darnell Wicks, the running back who can do it all, running and passing. So actually I should say receiving, so running and receiving. But you know, this game's going to be tough because we haven't seen a snow game with Rocky Mountain State all season long, and honestly the Orcas might be favored in this game because they run the ball a lot, and they run the option, they run the read option with Oral Sparks. And, you know, Rocky Mountain State might be in for a grind here, simply because when you're throwing the football in a cold weather environment. You know, it's going to get slippery. Your hands are not going to be as soft, and you can't caress the football as well as you could in the heat. So this pass sails incomplete. Actually, that's 2 passes for Padgett, who sails incomplete. And then this pass was underthrown. Kyle Petty with the deflection. Padgett the gadget, guys. 0 for 3 on the first drive. When's the last time that we saw that happen in these videos in this series? And look at this. Rocky Mountain State defense, that safety could not maintain his position on Oral Sparks and just slips and slides on the snow. 1 rush for Oral Sparks, 41 yards. It's a huge, huge gain for Sparks and the Multnomah State offense. 1st and goal now. Probably in this formation, probably going to be a read option, and it is one, and Sparks goes in for the touchdown. So that's a 2-yard score, guys. So Multnomah, 2 plays, 1 score. I mean, that's quick strike offense. And guys, these Orcas have been absolutely just red hot. You could even say white hot, given the snow and the jerseys here with the white jerseys. They are white hot right now. Winners of, I think, their last 6. So they've won 6 straight games at this point. This win here against Rocky Mountain State on the road would be absolutely huge for them, as they are trying to chase Maui and Honolulu. Now, because Maui lost against Honolulu in the previous game, you know, Multnomah could fight for that first place if Honolulu loses again, or, you know, they're fighting for second place too in that division. But that touchdown there by Sparks, 9 plays, 14 points, 104 total yards, 3 yards for Rocky Mountain State. So like I said, guys, the diagnosis here for Padgett and the Bighorns is not too good. I mean, they're trying to throw the football, and they just can't right now because of the weather conditions. That pass is going to be intercepted. I mean, 0 of 5 for Nick Padgett, guys. He just doesn't do stuff like this. So this is very out of character. 3rd and 11, and then this pass by Sparks. He's also trying to throw. But you guys can see the game plan there for Multnomah. Only 1 of 3 for Sparks, and we're in late in the first quarter. And then look at Padgett scrambling outside of the pocket, trying to avoid pressure. 12-yard reception for Jason Dowdy. That is a good sign. Not so much for the blocking, but it's a good sign to see that Padgett still has his wherewithal trying to get his receivers, you know, being able to make some plays. 2nd and 15 on a sack, and then this pass complete to Will McNeil, the 2nd-tier tight end. 3rd and 2 now after that somewhat big play there, and Darnell Wicks makes this reception out of the flare, out of the flat route. It's a 12-yard gain there. 3rd and goal is what Rocky Mountain State is facing now with a double back shotgun set, 3 wide receivers. They flare out, and this pass is going to be complete to Wicks for a 4-yard gain, but it's going to be 4th and goal now, and the field goal attempt will end up being good. Multnomah drives back down the field. 2nd and 2. We're in the beginning part of the second quarter here with 6:12 left to go, and a big run there for Steve Harrington, who's been probably the more effective back in the recent weeks versus Brad Hunt, who's obviously struggled. Lawrence O'Malley on that tackle. He's already got 6 tackles in the second quarter, guys. So, I mean, you know, it attests to the Orcas' strategy here. They're just going to run the football on Rocky Mountain State all game long and not even really attempt to throw. As we saw, Sparks on that drive didn't attempt a pass. So that's really big time. And then that score puts them up 21-3. And then this pass, nice little touch throw to Marty Padgett. That is Nick Padgett, the quarterback's brother. 3rd and 8 in this situation. And Padgett feeling a little bit of pressure there on the right side, but able to get it off to Donnell Henry for a 3-yard reception. But it's going to be 4th and 4. And honestly, at that state, I mean, you can go either way here. You could try to shoot for the first down and then attempt to try to drive and get that touchdown to get back in the game. It's 21-6 now. They're still down by 14, so they're down by 2 scores here. So they definitely I don't know, they either needed the points or they needed to stay aggressive here and try to get that score. But Multnomah with the football here gets a sack on Sparks. So 2nd and 14 is the situation for the Orcas now. They need to get at least a field goal to stave off a comeback by the Bighorns. But a sack here as he runs into his own man. That's 2 sacks in a row here. Tyrell Henderson on that sack, and then we've got a field goal attempt with 58 seconds left to go. 4th and 21, and the kick is up, and that's a really long field goal, guys, but he got it right in that right corner. And man, just the Orcas are dominating this game right now. 15 first downs, they've doubled them up. Points, they're up by 18, and you guys saw the amount of plays as well. I mean, it's going to take a miracle comeback here for the Bighorns in order to come back and win this thing, because it's Paget with 1 interception, no touchdowns, 184. I didn't see how many passing attempts he had, but it's not looking too good. But that pass complete off a little spinaroo there by Paget. Look at this. Whoop! Nice pass there to Nate Taggart, his security blanket, 2 of 17 for him. 3rd and 3 with 7 seconds left to go, and Reggie Newby, about I think the 5th or 6th string wide receiver, catches this slant route and then just ducks underneath. I mean, look at that. What? Love it. So good job by Rocky Mountain State to come back and get a touchdown there. They definitely needed that. They're only down 11 now, so they're not out of this game. It may feel like that at this point, just because the Orcas have dominated on both sides of the field here. They've shut down Paget. They've played well on defense. They've run the clock out pretty much, so they've negated Nick Paget and the Bighorns offense. And now that's a winning formula for the Orcas. If they can shut you down with their defense, put you in some bad situations at their defensive line, because they do get a lot of tackles for losses and sacks, and then therefore shutting down your passing game, and run the clock out, they're going to be in a good position to win this football game, and any game really. That's a winning formula in general for teams that like to run the football, but unable to come through there. So Paget in the offense gets the ball back, and a bomb deep is going to be incomplete. Keith Miranda with the deflection. Miranda's a pretty solid player. He does come through quite often for the Orcas. Multnomah on offense, unable to come through on their last drive, and then Paget and the Bighorns gets this pass complete to Taggart. Can he go all the way? He can. Touchdown, 80-yard strike, guys, for the Bighorns. That's exactly what they needed right there. Now the question now is, do you go for 2 here to make it 24-21? It is beginning part of the 3rd quarter here. That might be too early. It might be way too early to do that, but or do you take it to 20 points? They elect to just take the extra point, so it's 24-20. Might be a bad thing because the Orcas are back into scoring position. And then look at this. Thomas Lacey able to juke or bust a tackle off and get the extra yardage there to pick up the first down. And then this option play to Brad Hunt. He's in for a 4-yard score. So the touchdown for the Bighorns is negated pretty much. So they're back down 11 yet again, and we're at the start of the 4th quarter. So this is big time, guys. This is big time for the Bighorns here. Look at this pass. What a strike to Darnello Johnston, a 37-yard score. Paget now 27 of 38 for 346 and 3 touchdowns. So he's got it. He's got it coming back, guys. This is good stuff for Paget. They're only down 5 now. They will elect to go for 2 points to get it to a field goal game. I agree with this call here. Paget dropping back, and he's got Jason Dowdy for the 3-yard 2-point conversion. So that's his first reception. It says 1 reception for 12 yards. So interesting. I didn't know it was a 12. I didn't know they started at the 13 or the 12 right there for 2-point conversions. But 3rd and 13, Tyler Pollard makes this reception, and the Orcas, guys, not going to come through on that drive. They give the football back to the Bighorns here and look at Padgett's numbers just for a quick second. This is how good that he's been all season long. He's just making a late bid here for a W for the Bighorns offense. You know, it's gonna be a tough task, but they're only down 3. Got to play smart with this football here. If you do get a touchdown, great, but you need to be really playing for a field goal here. Don't do anything stupid, because you can tie this game when you've been down the whole entire time. And then look at this. They get the touchdown. Darnell Johnston with a 20-yard touchdown catch. That is huge. Middle part of the 4th quarter, and this slant play, and then Darnell Johnston just taking it right back up the middle. Get back upfield as fast as you can, and look at the swing here. 35-31 is the score now. Plays are about the same. First downs, only 6 less. And the yards, Rocky Mountain State is just, now they're destroying Multnomah on offense in terms of yards. That might be because they were losing, so they had to throw. They were forced to throw and get big chunk plays. But regardless, the comeback, guys, is on. 35-31 now. They're in the lead. 4th and 6, and Sparks picks this first down up. They needed him to come through right there, or this game might have been lost. 3rd and 4 situation now, and then this pass incomplete. So now it's I mean, you have to go for it. You have to go for it here. The field goal does you no good. You do have 3 timeouts. You could have stopped them, I guess, if you did give the football back, down 1 point, but this pass complete. 1st and 10, guys. So Rocky Mountain State's defense needs to hold on the Orcas. 1:39 left to go, and Sparks takes this football off the read option. 12-yard rush for him. Picks up the first down. 159 rushing yards for Sparks right now. Handoff to Brad Hunt, who's trying to work it back up inside. Does not get the touchdown. Gets dropped at the, I think that's the 1-yard line there. 2nd and goal. And then this running play to Brad Hunt gets dropped for 3 yards. So 3rd and goal. Dante Riggs on the tackle for a loss. Guys, huge situation here. 1 minute left on the 4-yard line. Can Sparks come through for yet again for the Orcas here? Pressure right at him. He gets hit. He gets hit hard, and he's gonna get out of the game for this play. He's injured. So the backup quarterback, Bo Barnwell, has to come through on this play to be the savior of this game. And he's dropping back. He's trying to run. He doesn't have as much speed as Sparks, and he's gonna get in for a touchdown. 4-yard score for the Orcas. And Rocky Mountain State, guys, is now down by what is going to be, let's see, it's going to be 38-35 here. They're going to be down 3 points with 51 seconds left to go. Guys, huge situation here. Can Padgett come back? That's the next question. Deep pass here, complete down the sideline. It will be reviewed. It will be ruled a catch. 6 receptions for 122 for Darnell Johnson. He's been on fire this game. 1st and 10, and then Padgett trying to get the pass off, but he's unable to. He gets sacked. So now it's going to be 2nd and 15 with 42 seconds left. Padgett feeling some pressure yet again. Gets this pass off, complete to Jason Dowdy for 12 yards. 35 of 47 for Nick Padgett. 5 wide on a 3rd and 2 situation. 38 seconds to go. This pass complete up past the 50, probably the 45-yard line currently. 1st and 10, 29 seconds left. This little dink and dunk play there to Will McNeil for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6, trying to hurry up the offense. They do have 1 timeout, but I wouldn't have used it right there either. They do spike it. 3rd and 6 now. Got to pick up this first down. 5 wide, trips on the left. Padgett drops back, looking for the home run. Incomplete, should have been picked off. John Bullock with the deflection should have been picked off though, guys. And after everything that's happened, they tried to kick this field goal, and it's going to be way short. And Multnomah, guys, off this missed field goal, will win this football game. What a game. What an absolute classic of a game here. We got the snow. We got both teams trying to really, they got things at stake here late in the season. And guys, Oral Sparks comes back in the game, kneels, so he's okay, he is fine. But what an effort by Paget to come back in this game. 435 yards of production, 21 yards for the rest of the team. He put it on his back to try to make this comeback. But Sparks, guys, proving the doubters wrong right now, really putting this team on his back. So we had both quarterbacks trying to do the same thing, trying to win this game through them and their production. So great win for Multnomah. They continue on with their hot streak, and Colorado, not Colorado A&T, not A&T, they play Central Arizona, but the Rocky Mountain State Bighorns, guys, their season is pretty much done. If Central Arizona can get a W today against Colorado A&T, then effectively Rocky Mountain State Bighorns season is done. And it all depends also on what Santa Fe State does against the Javelinas here as well. So if we lose to the Javelinas, you know, the Bighorn season technically isn't done yet. But we'll just have to see what happens, as we have now the Roadrunners against the Javelinas. So I think everybody in this had the Roadrunners winning. So I'm going to try my best here to try to deliver on this W. Ricketts, though, finding wide open men here. There's Calvin Culver on a 15-yard catch. Saw Montero get some receptions, and Calico get some receptions as well. 3rd and goal, and Brubaker, who's been our goal line machine in the last few weeks, gets this touchdown. It's going to be 7-0 late in the first quarter. 2:17 left to go, and Ricky Grammatico dropping back here got CB Cobbs. I love that name. I love that name. That's a great wide receiver name, CB Cobbs. 3rd and inches off of that big reception, and Grammatico, look at this, busting off a tackle, a little shimmy and a shake, and Downing able to prevent the longer run there for a possible touchdown. But a lot of guys falling over each other, so that's a pretty derpy set of play scenario there, situations. 3rd and 6, and Grammatico incomplete. Lupe Espinoza able to get that deflection. 1st and 10 for the Roadrunners, and wide open is Troy Salazar. They blitzed both linebackers, and just a nice little fly route for the tight end, able to get that. And then Calvin Culver with a 16-yard catch there. A lot of big chunk plays for the Roadrunners offense here. Ricketts with trips to the right. Actually, it's a bunch set, and Montero is good for a 22-yard reception. 1st and goal now, and then Ricketts trying to find somebody open, but just going to take a sack, a big sack there. 3rd and goal now, and we got 4 verts play called, and pass up the middle is going to be deflected, almost intercepted though. It was kind of a risk, big risk there, but incomplete, unable to come through is the San Joaquin Valley State defender. So field goal is good. And then this pass, look at this pass, complete to Skylar Van Horn, 26-yard strike. This guy has just a connection with Grammatico. I think I love these guys together, because, you know, even in that Anchorage game, if you guys go back, and I'll link it here in the description, or in the upper right-hand corner, look at this pass, though, to Hunter Taylor for that 9-yard touchdown. We called a big-time blitz on Grammatico, but that little flare route to the running back, nothing you can do. He was wide open. Yeah, but Skylar Van Horn and Grammatico, guys, they just, I don't know, they just have this connection where they can find each other on these deep routes. So I like the connection that they have. I think it could go a long way in the future. I'm not sure where Van Horn is on his status for his classman status, or what Grammatico is. I think Grammatico's a senior. Could be wrong on that, but hopefully they can build on their connection and go with that for years to come. But Ricketts sacked here for an 8-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 18 now. And again, got a deep wide receiver routes here, because we need to get big chunk plays. And then Ricketts dropped for 10-yard loss. That's Faulkner Cole with the sacks, and then Brady comes out, kicks his field goal, 13-10. So just pretty much the norm here for Santa Fe State against a pretty solid opponent. But an interception by Ty Baker is going to swing the momentum, guys. So we are in the second half here, third quarter, first part of the third quarter, and we're in a good position here with Santa Fe State. On the 30-yard line, Ricketts dropping back, and he's got Calvin Culver down the left sideline there on a little out routes. That's a 17-yard reception, 2 for 26 for Calico, 2nd and 11. And then this pass is complete in the back of the end zone there for a 15-yard touchdown. That is a beautiful, beautiful pass play right there, because Calico broke off of his streak route, moved left because Ricketts threw it at the back pylon there. That's beautiful connection right there. So we want to talk about the connection between Van Horn and Grammatico. Calico and Ricketts, they got it going on. They know what's up with each other. 3rd and goal here, 20-10, and Grammatico hands it off to Carlisle, and he's going to get stuffed for only a 1-yard rush. That's Jack Weathers on the tackle. He's been kind of a baller here in the recent weeks. But Grammatico on 4th and goal, and he's going to find JT Overstreet, the tight end. Little pick play there with the X receiver on the left side of the screen. And, he's just wide open. I mean, what can you do? They can't do anything. You had to either have a defensive end lined up with him, or at least a linebacker who wasn't blitzing, and you probably would have made a play. But this pass, incomplete. That's Keys the 4th with the deflection there. 1st and 10 on that. 2nd and 10 now. Ricketts took a little bit of a risk there. I don't know if I probably should have thrown that football, just because it's a 20-17 game. We're in the 4th quarter now. You don't want to be giving possessions away here, my friends. 2nd and 2, and Brubaker gets this call. 3rd and 1 now. Gotta score. You gotta score. You gotta get a touchdown. No field goals. Field goals are not very good. You gotta come through here. So what is the call, guys? We're gonna run it back up the middle with Brubaker, or do a little play action? Neither. We're going to run the football with Ricketts, trying to confuse the defense, and it's not going to work. Like, I don't even know why I made that play call. I have no idea why I made that play call. Should have done a read option or something with Brubaker, because the guy's been a goal line machine. So it's going to be 23-17 now, and this great deflection there, I think that's by Cronin or Downing. I always get those guys messed up, but we're only up 6. An extra point here makes it 24-23, and Grammatico gonna get sacked, but he's gonna lose the football, and Randall picks it up. So a change of possession there. Santa Fe State recovers the fumble. We can get a field goal here to make it 26-17 and still be in a good position to win, but Ricketts gives the ball right back to San Joaquin. Unbelievable, guys. So we got 4:06 left to go. Carlisle with this rush up the middle, picking up 4, unable to get the first down. So that play call was a little bit goofy on San Joaquin's end. 4th and 3, and then they've got to come through, guys. And Grammatico, is he gonna get it? He's gonna pick it up, but he went flying off the big hit. He's gonna stay in the game. And then Van Horn, that connection on that slant route, is gonna get the first down on 8 yards. 3rd and goal now on the 5-yard line, guys. Can Santa Fe State hold? They can. They can. For now. 157 seconds. We got 157 left to go. Can I say that? Can I please say that? 1 minute and 57 seconds left to go. Grammatico trying to find an open man. Turnover. Sack. Game is over, guys. Just got to run this clock out. Santa Fe State holds on. Unbelievable game. A lot of interesting coaching decisions with play call, and a lot of player mistakes, I would probably say. A lot of Grammatico mistakes. Ricketts made some mistakes. Just a really kind of a goofy game in general. But we hold on. It was not the prettiest game for Santa Fe State. Probably should have blown out the Javelinas, but it is what it is. We win. we're in the driver's seat here now. We have to hope that Colorado A&T takes care of business here against Central Arizona. But, you know, if we look at the standings here, 6-4 for Colorado A&T, 8-2 now for Central Arizona. So, guys, if Central Arizona wins this game, they'll be 9-2 overall, 6-2 within the division. Now, Central Arizona plays Santa Fe State in the very last game of the year. So, if Central Arizona wins this game, they will be a game behind Santa Fe State. And then in the very last game against Santa Fe State, if they win again, they're the outright winners for the division. So we got to take care of business here. So playing against San Joaquin, I'm just happy that we won that game. It was a really, really close one. Disaster scenario could have happened where we did not win this division if we ran into a very, very hot Central Arizona team. But A&T able to stop Blair Holloway in that high-flying offense. Dusty Ocampo comes on out with the Sonics offense, and he is going to pick up a first down here, and he's going to jump over. He's got some power to show, too. 1,168 yards for 12 scores for Ocampo. I'm actually surprised that he is not even mentioned in the Heisman race right now. It's probably because of the touchdown totals. He's only got 12, but he's just a dynamic player. You guys see the 7-yard reception on that screen pass, and that was even a contested throw there. So Walsh just threw it right over top of the defensive lineman there, trying to cover Ocampo on that screen pass. But you know, he can just do so much. So I'm actually surprised that he's not even in conversation. But again, it's probably just due to the touchdown totals. Good job there by getting one. So maybe he'll be in the number 5 player on the list. But you know, we'll just have to see in the next coming weeks how that's going to shape out. But Blair Holloway with this strike, guys, to Troy Fox. He loves Troy Fox. 34-yard strike there for a score. It's going to be 10-7 Central Arizona. So Tanner Walsh and the Sonics getting the football back here, 2nd 11, and Walsh is going to find Atari Pope, who's just extending the play there. 31-yard reception is the reward for extending that play out as much as possible. 2nd and 3 now, and a little option pitch play to the wide receiver Eric Collins, able to get the first down. That's 6-yard gain. 3rd and 9. We are in the middle part of the second quarter here with 5:38 left to go, and Walsh throws this horrific interception. You cannot make that throw, man. You just can't do it. But he does. And you know, a lot of these CPU quarterbacks, guys, their awareness might not be so good, because I don't know how you throw that pass with any, I don't know. There's no justification for it. 1st and 10, and then Holloway looking in the back corner of the end zone, and he's got Troy Fox again. That's 2 touchdowns for Fox, 2 touchdowns for Holloway. So every one of Holloway's touchdowns going to Fox. I'm interested to see why Spurlock isn't more involved, though, because he's probably the better wide receiver of the two. And then we see this pass here complete to Thomas Evans, who's another pretty awesome wide receiver for the Coyotes. 17-7 right now over the Sonics. 1st and 10, 2:37 left to go. And then this pass complete to Delonte Hayden for 11 yards. That's good for another first down. And guys, Coyotes are driving yet again. I mean, they're back in the red zone here on the 10-yard line. And then this pass is going to be complete to Todd Ryder. Field goal ends up being good because they did not pick up a touchdown there and goal. And then this pass incomplete. Rhett Boyd with the deflection there. 3rd and 10 now for Walsh and the Sonics. Can they come through, guys? They really need to, though. And then this pass is going to be intercepted yet again off of Walsh. And guys, he's struggling in this game. This defense for the Coyotes has been absolutely tenacious, putting a lot of pressure on Walsh, and I don't think that they've shut down Ocampo too much. We'll have to see what his stats are if we see another rush by him. But look at, speaking of rushing, Blair Holloway, who has got some speed, takes this in for a touchdown. I think he's got maybe like 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns right now. But look at this pass by Walsh. Way to come back, though, on this completion. It's going to be 2nd and 14. And Walsh dropping back. Really no pressure here. He's got all day to throw. And look at this. Another interception on the sideline. 3 interceptions for Walsh, guys. And that's going to give the football back to Holloway and the Coyotes. They ended up kicking a field goal later. I shouldn't say later, but earlier. It's going to be 30-7 at this point. And then Holloway had his option pitch player taken away, so he takes it back up the sideline for another rushing score for Holloway. It's going to be 37-7. We're not late, but middle part of the 4th quarter. That's Atari Pope with a touchdown reception there. It's going to be 37-14. It might be a little bit too late here for the Sonics, but they do get the football back yet again late in the 4th quarter. This is the play I was thinking of when I said late in the 4th, as Alfred Archer gets another touchdown pass. It's going to be 37-20, guys, and this game is over. So the Sonics can't help me out. They just cannot help me out at all. So now we get a clash of some Titans here. We've got the Coyotes and the Roadrunners. Never even thought about that. It's like Looney Tunes, guys. We got Wile E. Coyote against the Roadrunners in this next game here in week number 14. So it's going to be a big matchup for both schools, as whoever wins this game is likely to win that division. So, and honestly, we'll have to see who Rocky Mountain State plays, because they might be a factor still too, because I think they actually beat Central Arizona. So there's like a 3-way tie scenario that could have happened. My brother would have been good to have here in this episode, so that he could explain it better to me, because with me in college football, he's the guru. I'm not so much, but I do love the sport and I do love this game, so I do my best, guys. I do my best. But let's go over week 13 results. Hillsboro actually comes through and they beat Anchorage 30-10. Unbelievable, guys. So I'm sitting here thinking that Anchorage plays well in this game and that they beat Hillsboro, and they don't come through. So Anchorage loses yet again, and Hillsboro's offense suddenly just has been cured after playing Honolulu College last week. So both teams now 5-6. We'll have to see who they're playing next week, and maybe they'll both get a W to get to 6-6 to get that potential bowl game, because sometimes you get left out even if you're 6-6. So we'll just have to see what happens, but not good for Anchorage, but a good sign for Hillsboro as they're starting to come through. Oakland College 41-3 against Tacoma. That was an absolute blowout, guys. So they absolutely just destroyed Tacoma there. Then we got all 4 games that we just showed: Central Arizona, Multnomah, Honolulu, and Santa Fe State, all winners for week number 13. So let's go ahead now and look at week number 14 matchups. We've got 10-1 Santa Fe State against 9-2 Central Arizona. So we got 6-2 in the conference, Central Arizona. Then we got 7-1 Santa Fe State in the conference. This is a big game for both teams here. If Central Arizona beats Santa Fe State and Rocky Mountain State loses to Oakland College, that means Central Arizona wins the division, and then they will play against Honolulu College for the conference championship game. If Santa Fe State wins, doesn't matter what else happens, we're in. But regardless, Honolulu College is in on their side of the conference for the conference championship game. The win against Maui this week really secured that, despite Multnomah winning. The situation was, if Multnomah won, Honolulu College lost, there would have been a 3-way tie in that division as well. So pretty interesting last couple weeks here for the Mountain West. I'm hoping to shut down Blair Holloway and that crazy good offense for the Coyotes, but this is a pretty funny matchup, the Coyotes and the Roadrunners. Pretty funny. But Tacoma against Multnomah, Multnomah should win this game. I probably, if I were them, I wouldn't be playing Sparks or my starters because they're pretty much they secured themselves going to a bowl game. This is more of a tune-up game. I would not even be considering the fact of trying to blow Tacoma out. I'd be playing my backups. Tacoma, you got to play to try to get one win on your season, man. Because if you don't, that's just gonna suck. Honolulu College at Anchorage. Doesn't matter what happens here. But Anchorage is really needing a W, guys. They really need to try to get into a bowl game. I'm picking Honolulu College. I'm taking Multnomah as well. Rocky Mountain State at Oakland. This is a huge game for Rocky Mountain State. Oakland, not so much. They don't really have much to play for. Probably just a better bowl bid. But I'm going to go with Rocky Mountain State to beat Oakland College. Colorado A&T at San Joaquin Valley State. Not the most interesting, entertaining matchup, but it's a good game nonetheless. I'm going to take Colorado A&T beating San Joaquin, and the Javelina's struggles for this season continue. Maui at Hillsboro. I don't think that's a question. I'm taking Maui even though they're on the road. Hillsboro's offense seems to be coming on, but I just don't think Hillsboro has it right now. So, and then Santa Fe State against Central Arizona. You guys are just going to have to wait and see. I'm not going to make a pick. So you guys have to come back on Wednesday for the next week's upload for week number 14. And that's it. That's it for this episode, guys. So hope you left a like. I hope you like this thing. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, that little red button, or my logo at the end of the video. Hope to see you guys next week on Wednesday for week number 14 action. And like I said before, guys, it sucks that we have to end this team builder and the American, the Mountain West and the American. But, it just has to happen. I hate to say it, but it does. So make sure you guys are going into that survey link and voting to what conference you want to see us do next. And, for this Team Builder Dynasty for the Mountain West, we've still got bowl games left to go after the conference championship game. So we'll do it we'll do it just like we did it with the American. We'll have a prize at the very end of your bowl pick'em game. So I want you guys to pick who you think's going to win, and we'll go from there. So it's not a guarantee that our teams are going to win every single game of these bowl games. It's going to be some pretty tough matchups. If you guys saw last week's video and some of the bowl projections, might be a tough task, but I think this will be a fun bowl season nonetheless. So hope to see you guys in week 14. And as always, peace.